Jessica Yellen, appreciate the reporting tonight, traveling with President. Jessica, thanks. Comedian and political commentator Bill Maher isn't one to mince words. Usually his new special is called Crazy Stupid Politics. Bill Maher live from Silicon Valley. It's going to be shown live on Yahoo on February 23rd. He's got plenty to say, obviously, about the Republican field, but he's a self-described liberal, doesn't shy away from criticizing President Obama either. I talked to the host of HBO's Real Time earlier today. So when you heard the president announce in the State of the Union last night that his administration is now going after the banks who were neck deep in the mortgage crisis, is that, do you think, a decisive move or just too little too late, election year appeasing? What do you think?
I think it was a breath of fresh air to find some reality on my television. I mean, I've been doing nothing, as most people have for the last many months, but watching Republicans debate each other inside this bubble of irreality they live in. So to finally see somebody talking facts, yes, I mean, maybe it is a little too late, but at least we're living in a world, unlike the one where Mitch Daniels was portraying, where it's not haves and have-nots, it's haves and soon-to-be haves. You know, this fantasy land, the carrot that they're always holding in front of people. At least Obama is living in the world of reality, would be my answer.
You said that in the past, in recent past, that you've been terribly disappointed with him, and I think you at one point said the magic is gone with Obama. Do you still feel that?
Well, you know, I mean, this is what us liberals do. We carp and complain, and we lose a little perspective sometimes. Yeah, there are ways in which Obama has been disappointing, but he always seems to come up on the bottom of the ninth and hit it out of the park, like I thought he did last night in the debate. And of course, nothing focuses the mind so much as seeing Republicans. I'm sorry, but when you see Newt Gingrich and Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney standing together, it makes Obama look pretty good. It really makes me run back into his arms screaming.
So you're optimistic for this election? You think no matter who the Republican candidates are, you think Obama's going to win?
Oh, definitely. Oh, I think it's, you know, my money is still on Mitt Romney. And I think he's going to get the nomination, and then I think Obama is going to beat him like a runaway sister wife. Yes, I do.
Jeez. A runaway sister wife? What, I haven't heard a FLDS punchline in quite a while.
Oh, you should come to my stand-up show.
Yeah, all right. Why? Why do you think Romney can't win?
Oh, well, first of all, he's a rich guy in an environment now that is very poisonous for the wealthy. He's got a lot of baggage, you know, I mean, even his own base doesn't really like him. You know, some people in this country will not vote for a Mormon. He's got that going against him. But basically, he's a flip-flopper. You know, it's interesting, the Republicans ran against John Kerry in 2004. Remember, he was a flip-flopper. They hated him for flip-flopping. Well, now they've got the biggest flip-flopper of all. They're going to have to flip-flop on flip-flopping. And I think, you know, again, we've only heard the Republican side for so long. These endless debates. Too many, Anderson, really. I know you have one coming up, but...
They've been really... I think they've been really
I made the point on... I did too. I made the point on our show Friday night that the debates have been a good thing, even though people complain about them. I said, for example, we would have never found out that Rick Perry was an idiot. You know, he was the guy that everybody was banking on for a while because he was just this mythical figure from Texas. They didn't know much about him. He looked like a president, standing tall up and down, a little soundbite. Then he got a chance to open his mouth. Well, you know, it's like the cute guy in the bar. The girl's all excited to meet him, and then he talks to her for 2 minutes, and she's like, get me away from this guy. I can't even do it. That was from the debate. But look, there's a point where it's just too much. Why do we need 2 debates apart, 3 days apart? You know, it's like any television series. You love it, you love it, you love it. But at a certain point, you know, it hits a peak, it jumps the shark, and then we're looking for something else. And I feel like that's where we are with this debate. I mean, Monday was a bad episode. It was a bad episode.
Yeah, but we're going to have applause and cheering in the upcoming CNN debate.
That's right. Newt Gingrich needs the mob. He needs the crowd. I think he said he wasn't going to participate unless there was cheering. I mean, crowd was allowed to make sounds in the upcoming debate. You know, he was throwing out the red meat, and the lion was just laying there. Well, that's no good for him. That's what he depends on. That's sort of demagoguery. So, and it's also better for the viewer, for the fan. For the fan of this reality series, I like to see the crowd cheer. And I like to see, I would love to see Newt be the candidate, because I think he's even more beatable. Obama's beating him in Texas in the polls. Texas. So if they want to nominate Newt Gingrich, this is a great day for liberals.
We got a text position question comes from Sean. Is there a position on which you agree with the Republican candidate? You said pretty much, at least in terms of foreign policy, I think you said you're on the same page as Ron Paul.
Absolutely, but Ron Paul certainly doesn't express the opinion of most Republican voters, I don't think. You know,
Yeah, that's
Republican voters, they look at, or at least the audience, when Ron Paul, and I gotta say, you know, Ron Paul has some crazy ideas, like getting rid of the Fed. You know, let's go back to the whims of the mining industry and the gold standard. You know, stuff that I just don't agree on. What he said about health care, we should just go back to neighbors helping out. It's just loony. But when it comes to things like the drug war and foreign policy, this guy is so great. And also, even when I don't agree with him, at least he's honest. At least you get the feeling this is an authentic person saying what he really believes. And as far as what he says about foreign policy, he wants to stand up there debate after debate while they boo him or look at him like he's got 3 heads, and the others just stare at him like, what are you talking about? The golden rule? Please, Ron Paul. This is the party that loves Jesus. What are you doing quoting the golden rule?
Bill Maher, good to have you on, Bill. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Bill Maher, ahead on 360, the dramatic rescue of 2 aid workers, one of them an American health